In the world of sales and in the world of business, why do you have to role play and practice? Why does it matter? How does it help you? What do you need to know about it? I'm Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales, a perfect day to talk about you. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button. Here's what it comes down to. Role play should be mandatory for salespeople, but it's not, so a lot of salespeople don't do it. And if you look around your company, your organization, roughly 6 out of 10 salespeople will not make it. Okay, that's just the way that it is. The 80-20 rule says the 2 top salespeople are going to be top dogs. The top 4 people total are going to be good at what they do. And the other 6 are going to cycle out. It's just normal numbers. You're in sales long enough, you're going to go like green pea, and then you're going to recognize the dude who's going to stay or this chick who's going to stay is the one who's willing to put in the time, the energy, and the effort. But what happens is, because most salespeople in general are not used to asking for money, what they'll do is they will extend out their sales presentation. They'll get towards the end where they're supposed to say, it's really easy to get started. I just need a driver's license. Your monthly investment is going to be $250 a month. Whatever way you say it, whatever way your industry says it. But because salespeople don't practice it and they don't role play it, they extend out their sales presentation and it starts getting edgy for the buyer. They're like, at some point, are you going to ask me for the business? Right? So like when you watch like in the United States, 8th or 9th graders, whatever it is in your country, maybe kids that are 12 or 13, go to ask somebody out, there's usually a lot of energy that's nervous. And it's like, I kind of sort of maybe want to ask you if you want to dance, right? Well, if you're role playing and practicing, you get all that nervous energy out and you get your timing down, you get your pace, your tone, your pitch, everything down. But if you don't, what happens is you sit down with the buyer and it's not a sales call. It's not a performance. It's not good for the buyer. They end up wasting time. Because what happens is you push the sales presentation so long that the buyer's like, hey, why don't you just email me some information? And what happens is salespeople who don't understand what's going on, they go, yeah, I'll email you some information. They don't realize what that objection really is, saying, you're a nice guy, you're a nice girl, but you're not asking me for the business and you're wasting my time. And I, Sylvan Bell, I did this early on in my sales career, not recognizing what I was doing. Not understanding that I was creating a lot of problems for myself, not understanding that some of the objections that I was getting were because of me. Actually, all the objections that I was getting were because of me, because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a mentor. So people say, hey, Scott, why do you have 2,500 YouTube videos? And the answer is really easy, because I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a mentor. I want to give you the best odds to close some deals. And there are some people that I believe shouldn't be in sales, but for the most part, if you're watching a video, you're listening to a podcast, you're reading books, you're paying for your own training, you should be in the club. You should be in the game. You should be playing. It just takes some time, energy, and effort. In my math, it takes roughly 200 presentations for you to get used to what's going on. So speed that process up. Do some role play. Do some practicing, and you'll be able to figure it out. You have to make your word second nature. You have to make it so that your conversation just feels like you and I are talking right now. That it's not weird. That it's not unusual. That there's not a problem. But see, here's the thing. Most salespeople won't do it. You want to know why? Because it comes down to a couple of things. I would rather watch TV, play video games, not role play and practice, and I'll rather practice on my buyer. That's what they say. That's what they do. That's your competition. You know what they do? They live off of price matching and discounting. So they make substantially less than what they should over their lifetime because they're not willing to put in the effort. You're going to take the up, you're going to take the lead, you're going to take the call anyway. Why not get paid for it? You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant sending out a fantastic video, probably from a cool location. Today I'm in Sacramento, California. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.